Hi, this is DarkFox127 and welcome to another Caranthir Tower Reborn live stream. It's been a little while, at least since the last live stream was actually going to be uploaded to YouTube, which, with any luck, this one is going to be, because of a few troubles. Obviously, it's been a while since the last live stream with all this paid mod stuff, which I'm not going to talk about. I'm absolutely not interested. I've got 2 videos up on my views on it, and for better or worse, it has now been taken down, so we aren't going to have any paid mods, at least for now. So, on the subject of what really matters, and that is modding, Caranthir Tower is coming along nice, and I've done a few bug fixes here and there, and found out why there were a couple of issues in other places, including the chair crashing thing, which turns out it was nothing to do with the chair. It was actually looking at a coin selection here, which was a resource, and for some reason that was crashing the whole game, and I have no idea why. Funky mesh, something to do with shadows emitting off it, I think, so that was crashing that. Delete that, no problem. I've also gone ahead and set up the ledger, which I said I was probably going to live stream, but as it happens, it's not really that interesting. Excuse me, that interesting a script anyway, although I have got to make a couple of changes here. So yeah, the tower's coming along nice. We'll see a fair bit of it shortly, and in fact, when we go into the tower now, it's relatively empty. There's nothing in there to start with. I'm building up crafting systems and all sorts. So I'm eating an ice cream right now, so I may not respond till I'm done. Yeah. I was going to buy some ice cream, but I didn't. So. This has a slight issue with third person and having to close an actual door. There's a locking and unlocking system for the wardrobes, which is to do with when you enable and disable, or in the eyes of the user, recruit and dismiss certain people. So basically the wardrobe was going to be fiddled, so I don't have to have the clothes disappear. I could just have the wardrobes locked. I was going to have it so you would just have the door shut, lock up, and I don't have to deal with any extra scripting. And what I need to do with this is add third person, force third person, for the way that this thing works, which, looking at this, is already done, so it might have been a chair issue, which I've now switched. So all I've got to look at is getting a door to close, because it was being troublesome. I thought that locking something would automatically set it as closed, but it doesn't. Now this is either just close or set open state or something like that. Never quite remember exactly what it is. In fact, we might have to go to the next page for it. Set open. Open or closes the object, so set open false is probably what I'm looking for. I want to close that then, do I? So, another thing I might actually do in this stream, depending on how long it ends up being and how I feel, I might start on another section which I decided to create, which I haven't done anything for yet, but I feel I'm going to need, and that is the vault. So it's going to be a new vault, as people have actually been leaving comments on the old version regarding it, and they obviously feel that the vault was a pretty interesting place and should really make another appearance, and I think it is pretty important, especially this time around. So CT ref wardrobe. What I really want to do is just copy these names. Door. Arbella dot set open false. This I'm just going to copy. I think I'm probably going to need a little wait period there, about 1.5 seconds, just to give it time to do that. That's going to have to start locking things up properly. So this is going to be Jothan. Now I haven't actually fully tested the system yet for the ledger, so after I've set this I might just hop in game and take a look, see how it goes. So this one is for Jothan again. Ah, hold on, no, I'm messing this up. I don't actually need that there. Doesn't matter if it's opened or closed. Just unlock for that. That needs to go in there. So I've also added something I'm thinking of making a tweak to as well. And that is, you might be aware if you watch the other live streams that I've got my... Whoops, not meant to put that there. What am I doing? I had a system set up where it changes clothing and does a number of other things when you enter a cell. Well, I've added on the end of that the ability to have the food appear on the table and disappear. Given that you've obviously created the dining tables. Which is cool, and that seems to be working, but I've got to make a tweak to that. Which I'm probably going to do now. I was having it happen off the actor scripts as well as the trigger point I have, and I don't want that now, because it might cause problems. So let's see. Let's have a look. Food I don't need. So if I can move that, there might have been another reference as well. So it's all to do with dinner and breakfast and such, which I don't need. Now what I'm going to do is remove that entire line there. That should sort that. There we go. Just make sure it's saved. So quite a bit happening. I've got to make some construction items and such, but I think I'm going to go in, I'm going to see if this is all going to enable properly as well. Yeah, I've got drapes to set up and such. In fact, before I go in, I want to... I've set up a system for planting seeds here, and I want to see if that's going to work. So what I want to do is... I need to check that system over, actually. Yeah, the vault's going to be interesting. Seed... I don't think I've actually streamed building any structure, main structure, on Caranthir Tower. I've sort of built all the main structure up and then I started streaming when I was cluttering up and doing some other little things. So it should be interesting. Edit source, let's take a look. This actually needs to check that you're in the correct location. So on container change, that means that the player buys it. That's interesting. Container change. That could be totally wrong. Not sure why that's like that. I've gone off a script that I used for Mershgum. Yeah, I was planning on maybe streaming yesterday or tomorrow, but yesterday obviously I just didn't in the end, and tomorrow I might be busy, so today was the best bet. We need to take a look at Mershgum here. Complete mods Mershgum mod files 1.3 loose and script source, and there's something along the line of garden seeds. Where the hell's that gone? No, wrong one. It's not from Mershgum. It's from Riverside Shack. That's where I introduced that. The new version that I uploaded to the Skyrim Nexus that I was going to upload to the Steam Workshop, but will not be uploading jack shit there anymore for various reasons. So Let us see. Graydon, that's an interesting spelling of garden. On equip. This is interesting because this is more like what it should be. That's what it's supposed to be using. So I'm going to change that. Then what I'm going to do is use this. So you have to get that the gate is enabled. Yeah, I don't need that part. Decking has to be enabled. Oh, this is interesting. So if the player's current location is wherever I want it to be. I'm just wondering if there's a bit of script for this. Is in cell might be better. If I'm remembering correctly. Let's take a look. Is an interior. Can you specify a cell there? No. It might have to be location then. Which is fine because that makes this 10 times easier anyway. So, basically I don't want the player trying to plant seeds when they're not actually at the tower because that'd be stupid. So. Player F would be nice. I haven't used that in a while. So player F is in location, and instead of a reward, this is actually going to. I don't know if I've set a location to my interiors yet, to be honest. World data, is it? Location, CT, yeah, I haven't really done them. So, locations store all information about a certain cell. So as you can see, like this one was for the entrance, which is weird. So it's like grabbed over an X marker, it knows he's there. That's weird. What is that for? Oh no, that's for now. So that's cell entrance. This needs to be, this is awkward I suppose, Apex. Caranthir Tower Apex. Parent location, Winterhold location. Possibly. I don't think I'm going to set that. What I'm going to do there. This is really useful for setting up information to state that this cell is a player home. So lock type player home, that's pretty important. And you can just put lock type and put all the various keywords. Anything else really? Store house, lock type house, I suppose you could state. No, player house is fine, so probably won't have that. Do I need any account? Probably got all we need. It probably just needs to be player house. That's fine. And then confirm that, create new, and I need to set that to my cell. So do that, and that can be CT location Apex, which also needs to be a property. There we go. So if you're in the Apex location, then you'll be able to go ahead and do this. Otherwise, need a little debug notification or message box. Now the other thing is interesting. I think it has to remove itself. Yeah, it does that. That's fine. If player ref is in location there, otherwise show that. Might have missed something here. Nope, bang on. Lovely jubbly. And fill the properties. 2 properties. Okay. That's all good. Not sure if I put the seeds on her actually. But here's a little trick. If you want at least running off vanilla setups, I'm hoping there's no mods out there that actually fix the situation where actors don't sell stuff in their inventories. I don't think anything changes that. Nobody's fixed that, which is actually a useful thing for this. Actors tend to like to sell things in their inventories when they're a merchant. And once that thing in their inventory is gone, it's gone for good. So the plan of getting a merchant to sell something only once, in this case some seeds or anything else that we want them to sell only once and not restock, because once it's done, it's done. You put it in their inventory, and then when they're a merchant, they'll actually sell this. Technically, that's a bad thing, it's wrong, but I'm going to use it to fiddle the purchase system for a couple of items in Caranthir Tower, which is really useful. So I'm actually using a bug to my advantage. Hello, meatbag. We need to set her up as a merchant then, which I'll do in a moment. The seed planting takes 72 hours for things to grow. They're magical seeds, they're really powerful. So that's interesting. And I'm just thinking, I'm missing something, but I think that's fine. What we need to do, set her up as a merchant, so she's going to need a container. So for this I'm just going to type in alchemy. I will actually be very specifically refining their merchant chests for stuff. Might be under apothecary actually. Merchant apothecary, make a copy of an existing just to give us an idea. And what I want to do is remove the perk. Vengold apothecary. It's usually a perk here. Perk master trade is fine. Vengold apothecary. What do we got? There's usually something that states like you can invest in a store, but if it's not here, that's fine. That would mean that once you've invested in this person's store, then it's going to get copied over to this chest, which is wrong. So, and I just want to check what I've named my system as. Merchant Forge Master. Okay. Alchemist. Let's take a look. Where was that? Should be just chest, I think. Forge Master chest. I'll put Alchemist chest then. I'll do fine. Create a new version. And then we're going to dump that in here somewhere out of the way. Oh, I didn't want that. There we go. That's going to be needed. I'm going to set her a faction up. Just going to go off some of the factions I've already made myself. Merchant one there. Rename it, create new version, go back into it and select that chest instead. Everything else is pretty much fine. Vendor blacksmith needs change into apothecary, so that's selling and buying the right items. Can be owned, that's fine, and change the name. Alchemist merchant faction. Then I need to add that faction to her, so Bella and factions, alchemist. Okay. Another thing to check. I think I've already set them up, but need to make sure. Yep, trainer, alchemist, master. That's fine. Master of alchemy, blah blah blah. And then that should be okay. Should have the right voice for everything. And I swear I'm missing something. It's been a while since I set a merchant thing up. I've got to put the right factions on. Don't know if I've done them. Don't think I did. So, needs the merchant faction, the general one, and she's going to need apothecary faction, and that should do that. There we go. Should already be unique, but I need to make sure of that as well. That's fine. And she obviously needs... what am I forgetting here? Yourself. I think because I've done it so quick and stuff, I'm thinking I'm forgetting things, but probably not. Location, near self. That's fine. Yep, it's all good. That should work. That means she'll sell the seeds. And we're good to go. This should be nav mesh, but it needs some editing, I think. Not sure if we've quite done there. Should have the seeds on her as well as her user inventory. Should be able to buy them, use the seeds, only be in here to use them. Cells set, and then have them grow. And that should be all good. And there was something I had to think about disabling. Quite a lot of stuff still not disabled, which should be. So, where are we looking at? That now needs disabling, and that needs relinking. It's kind of weird. It's like it felt like every time I sat on the chair that it crashed, but it turned out that when I sat on the chair, I was looking at this nasty mesh, like I said, and that was what was causing the crash. So I was trying all sorts of things, thinking it was the linking up with the chair, and ugh. Eventually, after about 4 restarts, I figured out what it was. But there we go. Everything else is disabled, I think. Wonderful. And I'm also going to have to set up some construction stuff too, but I'm not going to do that yet. What else have we got that needs doing? Dorms. Dorms are coming along really nice. These are going to need some tweaking, some setups. I've got all sorts going in here now. I've really improved the oven. The oven looks really nice now, much better. Put sort of like a rim on the edge there. There was a cock-up I made there, fixed that. Extended the grids, pretty much finished. Put some more food around the edge, food on the sides. Made a sink. Sink needs rising up actually, it's way too low. So that needs somehow rising. See if it can... Whoa, didn't want that. Get away with a bit higher. There we go. That might be a bit better. So, nice sink to do your washing up. What else? Placed quite a lot of clutter actually. I've been doing a bit of cluttering as well. Really coming together nicely. What we got here? Wardrobe's being sorted hopefully now. Rugs will need enabling purchasing, but I've got to figure out how to do it. See, what I didn't want to do, and it's something that's come up quite a lot, is I didn't want to force people to have recruits. Some people are like, I want the tower to myself, it's my home, I don't want others wandering around it. And that's cool, but unfortunately I think I'm going to have to rely on a couple of the recruits to do certain jobs for you, to get certain things sold to you. But if that's the case, technically you could just use them to get what you need, and then you can dismiss them after I've put a dismiss option in. So that should be okay. And then people can just not have them afterwards if they don't want them. But I think I'm going to need to use them as part of the tower's building process. So, but the oven's working, things are linked up. I've just got to do a way of fixing the oven or lighting it. I mean, I don't suppose it'd really be broken in any way. Just need a setup where you can light it. I either want them to be able to light it with firewood, or I want them to just light it with magic so they can just fire some flames at it and all poof, light up that way. Check the chat. There we have a look. Ask a quick favour. Found a weird bug in my CK yesterday and want to know if it's just me or not. All you need to do is type in the filter bed and go to the all tab. I was getting loads of things coming up that didn't have the word bed in them at all. Still, as well as, yeah. Hold on then. So look. I think I was searching through things earlier, it was fine. Bed. Wow, you're right. That's amazing. There's stuff here that doesn't even have bed in it. Guard faction Dragon Bridge. Dragon Bridge. That hasn't got bed in it. That's weird. What the fudge? Riverbed. That stuff makes sense. That's weird. Yeah, there are a few things popping up then for me as well. I don't know if that's always been there. It's not something I've ever done. I usually go directly to my categories. That's working in the categories. That's funky. Oh well. So that bit earlier, couldn't get logged in. Is that how you designate a home as where a spouse can move in? No. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. You can't just set the location, type, and then a spouse can move in, because I think you have to actually specify the location in dialogue as to a house that you want your spouse to move in. So that's tied in with questing. So there's a lot of mods that allow you to move spouses in with some sort of clever questing stuff, but it's not that easy. And I've never done it before. So it's probably going to need a third-party mod to do any family moving in, but that's not what this tower's about anyway. So, but for your own homes, yeah, it's not that easy, unfortunately. Yep. So maybe load this up and take a look around. These should be initially disabled, and they're not, I don't think. Dining tables, there we go. So paintings are all disabled and stuff now. Those are going to be found some way. Shrines disabled, beds disabled, they can all be created. I think I was putting restrictions, but I can't remember, to the recruit system I've now got. Might improve upon this, but for now it's fine. So this needs to get that their bed is enabled, dorms enabled. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to do some crafting in the forge, or we'll wander around and see what it looks like without anything in it. Also, I have scripted the bathtub, but there's no sound yet, so maybe we can have a look at just putting some sound in. On a loop. Loop is fine. So look. Water. Here we go. I'm not going to hear this well at all. No, run. That was going to be like running, but I need a looping sound. Sneak. No. We need a water leak spray or something. Sounds okay. It sounds like somebody taking a piss, like, but that might work. What is this? That sounds a bit better. I don't know though. Technically, they are leaks, so they would be the right sounds. Let me see what my volume's on actually. Show how loud they're going to be. Okay then, let's put leak. Let's see how that goes. A and B, waterfall leak. And there's something else I need. Leak. Let's take a look. Minus effects. Probably gone past it. That's interesting. Is that it? Loop? Is that on a loop? Yeah. That might work. Try that out. Then I need a drain sound, which is in Mershgum, I think. So wait a minute. Let's go complete mods, Mershgum. Mod files 1.3 loose and sounds. FX, Mershgum, drain. Should be fine. Gotta be careful here. What to load this into. Oh, this is irritating. Yeah, that'll be fine. Copy that. This needs changing. Oh, wonderful. I'm missing. Great. Fantastic. Never mind, I should change that. Sound effects and CT, and then just change the name. Drain. Then we shall go in here. Standard. SD sound description, and what are we after? I'm going to put water drain. CT drain. Submerged, no. FX I want this as. And then we want just maybe loop would be perfect for that. Click yes to that. Go to drain, edit, and then what we need to do actually, before I do that, I need the sound marker version of it. So CT, sound, water drain. Then we can go through this. CT sound water drain. Perfect. There you go. That'll be fine. That'll be interesting. See if that works. Hey, there you go. Hello, Wheeze. I'm having a problem with the enemies when I reload a save before entering my dungeon. 90% the NPCs disappear when I enter the dungeon again. Anyone know why this happened? Let me think. Usually the nav mesh bug thing. Not entirely sure. Default creation kit layout. No, it's kind of my own tweak. I think it actually, I'm not sure, I can't remember if when it first loads for the first time it kind of lays it out really small in the centre. Sounds like a cup save or something. Saves can have problems with sort of mod testing. You don't really want to be relying on saves when testing mods anyway. When it's happened with new saves, this don't happen. Yeah. Yeah, never, hello, never use saves when testing mods. You get all sorts of weird crap happen. So, okie dokie. This should now work nicely. And we need to figure out how to do some other stuff. But we can test what we've got, I think. And I'm going to have to keep note of things now, because there's going to be a lot wrong with this. That's my ASDA order. Yeah, I'll write on that. Right. And there's something I forgot, which I'll have to tweak on in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, we will save it again just to make sure. And we're going to load up the game. Right. Let's see. Where do we want to go? Shall we just run through the whole mod? Might be worth doing. Might be worth running through the whole mod and just check things over. Hopefully this is going to be okay. Sometimes it gets a bit weird at 720p for some unknown reason, but there you go. See how it runs. I have tried to refine the whole entrance revealing of the tower. I've been making some tweaks, fixing some bugs, and there's only one little issue that seems to be remaining, but it's not too bad. If it ever loads. Right. So, can't pick up the sword. That's fine. You get those I'm going to need. Now I've introduced the Welkid, pronounce it how you will. Introduced those from Insanity's resource, which were in Oblivion. Those now power the portals, so it now says that the Welkid stones can be activated in your inventory to replenish your Magicka. That's currently a lie because it doesn't work yet. They can also be used to charge certain items such as portals in Caranthir Tower. So, I'm going to try and drop hints, guides and stuff as people play through the mods, so things aren't just going to be too foreign to them. So let's do some magic, shall we? It's too loud. Give me a moment. I'm just going to try and turn that down just a smidgen. If it'll let me. Well, let me get to my desktop. Right, let's continue. You need flames and mage light. And also that did not miss. Come on. Try that again, shall we? And I'm going to need courage. I'm missing half the buttons because I've cut my finger and it's just a bit wonky. So I'm itching to press the bloody trigger and it ain't at me. Let's have a look. That should rise that up. And now he's there, and he's going to gut us if we don't go into screw you mode. So I shouldn't be able to hurt him. That's fine. Oh, he's stuck in conjuration mode. Oh, wait, wrong sword. Switch added. That's fine. That should work. Change it to double-handed. Should still be able to hurt him. There we go. That's perfect. There we are. Should loot his corpse, that tells you. Then we've got that, which we'll learn. Ascension. Load that up. Activates the light, which now works. Charge this up. This needs tweaking as well. Cuts out sound too quick and such. TGM, I don't know, I always use TIM for some reason. No matter now anyway. Use portal. That'll let us just go to the lobby, which is fine. Everything else I think we've done. We can also crouch down and dispose of the corpse. There we go. The lobby, and I have to refine the special effect. I've stopped it from remaining on the player now, which was a little bug. But the effect needs to be far better, so I haven't gotten around to that yet. Lobby's not finished, but nobody's here now, as you can see. It's pretty empty. I'm going to get the rest of these welted stones. Did I pick those up? Yeah, there we go. That's weird. Okay, that's fine. That'll let us get to the library. Actually vanilla, that sound effect, but the mods that I've got installed for changing sound effects would have made it sound a bit different. Might be from like audio sound overhaul and such, might have changed it a bit. Yeah, the library is pretty much just how it is at the minute. That's not sorted yet. I've not done any disabling of that stuff. That will come though. Sort of leaving the lobby and library for a while until I get other stuff happening. So lower is... Actually, I'm going to get the apex first. Check what's disabled, what isn't. Then we've got this to do. So as you can see, everything's sort of mostly disabled now. We haven't got like the stuff around the edges and everything. Pretty empty. I also include the painting of Mershgum Estate. I thought that'd be quite nice to have in here, but that's got to be disabled as well. There's got to be things missing to begin with. But the bed's not here, the things aren't here. Everything's got to be slowly linked up disabled. That's the whooshy thing I want. That whooshy thing will work for the portal. That'd be perfect, that would. Okay. Right, let's try that. It's fine. Get down to the forge area. Forge isn't done yet either, that's all just full up and ready to rumble. That needs obviously slowly sorting out. Go down there, get some building done, make some stuff, check out some of the meshes. What else we got? Take a look. Beds, bookcases, dining tables, shelves, shrines, mannequins, desks, display cases, wardrobes. When I've got to test something with the wardrobes. When you create the wardrobes, then the main bed should become available to craft. Yeah, there it is. That becomes available after that. That's fine because of the bed sheets thing. Dorm beds. I'm just going to check how the dorms look without things first, actually. Display cases can go in. Desks can go in. And also mannequins can go in. Shelving can't yet. Shrine can't. Dining bookcase. No. Leave the dorm stuff at the minute and try things out. Disable. I'm going to go to the mage quarters from here, and then I'm going to make my way somewhere else. So let's go to the dormitory. unlock that on the portals. And let's try this. This should work. There we go, that sounded okay as well, I could hear that. Then drain it. Bath empty. That works. That's quite nice. Shouldn't be able to use... Oh, bollocks. Shouldn't be able to use the seats either, so I'm going to have to check that out. That's weird. Seats shouldn't be available. The light for the bath as well. Should be able to do that. Bath already empty. Plus we shouldn't be able to activate anything in the middle of it. So if we try and drain it when it's filling, it should say it's in use. Yeah, busy, please wait, that's fine. Pull it again, bath already full. And drain it. That's fine. Okay, so that works. That's good. These should be locked up by default. Right then. That's there. Seat should work for here now. Yep. That's cool. Sink's a bit of a better height now, it's perfect. And I think the game's frozen for some reason. What happened there? That was very weird. Never mind. That won't work yet, but it will. What else have we got? What's that there? I don't know what happened there. Right, let's try something else. Now I want to go back to the forge. And try building some stuff up. Around here. Beds. That'll allow us to recruit people now. Bookcases. Dining table. Shelving. Shrine table. And bed. That's all we got at the moment, but there'll be more obviously. No, I'm not going to use that now. I'm going to be lazy. Let's go mage quarters. Try the bed out now. Oh, I was meant to check that first, but never mind. I'm pretty sure it works. What else we got? Let's see. Now bed covers change over then. Blue, excuse me. Blue shouldn't be visible. That shouldn't be there. Oh well. There's a note there. What was it? The Welked Stones or something. And also enabled. That's two things to tweak. What else have we got? Is that effect shader you get when you use a portal final, or have you still got to change it? I've still got to change that. It's crap. It's no good. I've got to change it. I want something whooshy. Something better than that. So green there, that will be fine. That will change to green. Black, change to black. Blue, back to blue. Whoops. Red, back to red. And gold. And put it back to red. That's it. That's fine. That's tweaked accordingly at the moment. More to fill in the wardrobe. That should work fine. And this shouldn't crash anymore. Read the ledger. If I click on the ledger, it makes me sit down, goes into third person, then reads it. But if I'm already sitting down, it'll just pull the book out. That's how that should work. Just going to cancel that for the minute. So if I sit down to begin with. There we go. Read ledger, it should do that. That's fine. So it knows what state you're in. Alchemist, Conjurer, Forge Master. Select a member to recruit or dismiss. Alchemist. And that's a bit naff that we have to keep going back in, but I can't help that, so click it again. Conjurer, put those in. Just going to try 2 members of staff for the minute. Hello, freaky bastards. Right, what have we got here? I've got a bit of a light glitch, but it's not that serious, so I'll see how that goes. Oh, here we go. Oh! Never mind. Where's she going anyway? What's the time? She's probably gone to bed. And I've just gone to completely the wrong place. Never mind. Here's this portal. To go to the dorms. She should be in bed. Which, of course, she fucking well isn't. Oh, dear me. Where's she gone? This could just be bugging out again because of everything loaded. I'm not sure. Oh no, there we go. She got there in the end, it just took her a bit of time. So she's gone to sleep. It's nice to see that works. And her wardrobe should now be available, allowing us to see her clothes change. That's perfect. Close that. That's... Yeah, she's in a chill outfit, thank God. Oh, that's okay. Right, that's fine. He's also gone to bed. His wardrobe should now be available. And then I want to actually dismiss one of them and see if the wardrobe change takes place. Mage quarters we go. Another thing I'm going to show you is the food as well. That should appear on the table. So, take a look at that. Dismiss him. See how the wardrobe thing fares. Dorms. Now if we go to his wardrobe it should now be locked. Is the general idea. It's closed and locked it. That's perfect. Works like a charm. That's what I wanted. Surprised there's so much actually working, to be honest. Pray at the shrine. Time passes. Should do anyway. Then we've got the blessing. Cycle them. Got different ones we can go through. That's fine. Okay then. That's in place. It's the time. Wait around a bit. Now what I'm going to do is wait till 8:30. Whoa, that was funky. And then I'm going to leave this area and come back. So let's just go to the apex. Apex is wrong, it shouldn't say apex. It should say alchemy lab. If we go into the dorms while it's food time, food should appear on the table. There we go. That makes more sense. This is this stuff will appear once the oven's fixed, so it's broke at the minute. All else seems to be fine. What's she doing? I don't know what she was doing. She's eating now like she should be. Now I actually want to hire everybody and I want to see if they're going to use their own stuff. And I want to see if it enables okay. Because I've got another thing with this. So I'm going to hire every member of staff. I shouldn't say hire, I should say recruit. You're recruiting them, you're not really hiring and paying them. Let's get the conjure dude back. Jothan. Then we'll get somebody else back. Let's get the librarian. Okay, Forge Master. Perfect. I want to change the menus so they state in that menu if they're here or not. That'd probably be better. Rather than you having to remember if you've got them or what. Looks silly otherwise. And we want this setup. Time is 9, so they should be at work. And what I want to see is that their items have appeared. So as you can see, the Khajiit has his own little table set up, which has like his book to read. He's got his moon sugar, his skooma going there, and a little candle. And he should actually, when he's here chilling, he should sit down on that mat if he decides to. There's a number of different things around, like when you enable the bookshelves, the reading should be available to them. They should stand here and read a book. So necessary things are available to do when you've sort of purchased things, built things, placed things around. So you can see now the orc guy's here, his personal effects are here, the wardrobes are open so you can see their clothes and such, access to the items. So everything's changing, it's all meant to be dynamic as you're moving around the tower, things change. And as you can see the food's gone because it's not food time. So yeah. And that's that. Dorms is really what I've been working on the most. Forge, library, lobby, mage quarters. I think we've pretty much checked everything out. What I do want to see is what they're doing in their spare time. I want to see that working. And I want to see the clothes change. Ooh, that's freaky. $6.30. Let's see what they do. And I've still got these bugs where they're like getting stuck and standing around, but that's waiting around doing that. I don't actually know. I don't know what that skooma was, but I'm probably going to have to make static versions of the stuff anyway, so. Yeah. Glitched up or what? That was weird. I'll leave the area and try coming back. Weird that is. But I've got to get them moving around and using things. So. Seems to have fixed itself leaving the cell and coming back. That's good then. I think it's just confusing it waiting around all the while. So they're all eating at the minute, which is... That's actually right. May want to change it for normal skooma. Yeah, I'll probably just delete it. I'll check up on like the little things afterwards. Anyway, so make sure I'm not leaving any quest items lying around. So I don't want that. But yeah, overall this is working right now. There's a few things I've noted down and that's it. So I've managed to fix most of the stuff. So what I've made up till now should be fully working. And I think what we'll do is just check it over with test edit as well. What I really want to see is them not sitting there all night. I want to see them wander around and do things. They're all going to get stuck on each other a bit, so might need to change the seating arrangements a little. Here we go. Here we go. I need to really wander around a bit. She should come and sit by the fire or something. That'll be interesting. What's he going to do? And I've also got to set idle times. He's going to come and warm his hands by the fire. I really want him to go over here, to be honest. That would be awesome. Because that's his specific idle. So let's see what happens. Come on, dude. Come on. I think they've got their energy should force them to stop doing one thing anyway and get them moving about. He seems to have an addiction to cooking.
Make it quick.
Come on then, shift. Go over there. Use your stuff. Use your stuff. Use your stuff. Go on, use your stuff. Sit over there. I want to see him sit down. You bastard! You son of a bitch.
This better be good.
This better be good. What are you doing? Wonder where he's going. Nowhere, it would seem. He's going to do absolutely everything but what I want him to do, isn't he? This should be interesting. There's a seat there. Come on, sit down. Sit down. Sit on the bloody... Sit down. Sit on the seat. Sit on the... Oh, for God's sake. Oh, you want to fight for the seat, do you? What are they doing here? See, this is annoying. This is why these need disabling. I'm not sure why they are enabled. That's freaky. It's like they're addicted to certain things. There we go. That's what I wanted. I think he was trying to get over there to sit on there, and then she was trying to get past him to sit down. So that's cool. Alright.
Need something?
Need something. I need you all to use things, do things, choose other things to do. Come on. Come on, use it. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is awesome. This is what I want him doing. That's Khajiit style. That's what I wanted. That's wicked.
This one needs something?
This one needs something. There we go. So now he can... There we go. Now he's reading his book. That's what it's all about. Because he's obviously the librarian. He's going to read his book. And they're just going to pig themselves with food. That's what it's about. They've got to chill out. They've got to use this place. But then I don't mind them coming in here when it is actually full with water and ready to go. That's fine. It's just empty. So they're not supposed to be in there. And I've also got to see if I can get them to take their clothes off if they do walk in and it's full. That's what I've got to do. Or if they just decide to use a seat. So that is wicked. That's exactly what I want them to do. And it all seems to be running well. So they're also in their chill outfits now, so their wardrobe should be different. Which they are. Yep. Perfect. Right, we'll go back and fix things up, and we might start on the vault. Wonderful. That's that is working how I wanted it to work, to be honest. Just going to note something else down. That's impressive. Honestly didn't think that was all going to work, but it does. So wicked. Now, as I said, there's other things that need enabling, and I've got to sort drapes and stuff. But yeah, we can see why these aren't working now. Those are the seats. Those should be static. Those shouldn't actually work. So, and these should be linked. Bench pool, which is linked to beds, bath seats. Okay. Let's check this script over. When it fills up, it should be enabling it. Seats enable. And when it drains, it should be disabling them, which I've got a feeling isn't in there. Bath seats. Enable. Well, that might explain it. Oops. That should fix it. That was easy enough. What else have we got here? The Welked stones need a script. Blue bed covers not to be enabled. That can be fixed easy enough. Items, miscellaneous. Bed. Now you've got the dorm beds and the main bed. That bed should do that. That is red. Blue. That needs clearing. I'm actually going to organise these, I think. Hold on. Better way of doing it. Put them in some sort of order might help. Gold, green, red. That one is enabling gold, apparently. Main bed. That should be enabling the main bed. That should fix that problem. Right, what else have we got? Other thing was the Welked Stone, which wasn't a bug, just something I've actually got to add in, so... Well... Oh yeah, and you mentioned the skooma, I'll just delete that. I had a feeling it might be something special, and somebody might know better. There we go. Sorted. Right, these, I just want to check what they actually are supposed to do. Let's take a look. Recharge your Magicka. Stone is destroyed in the process. They are required for 2 quests, can be found lying on the floor, but also used in light fixtures in some of the ruins. That's interesting. To retrieve wands elevated out of reach, use a bow. Okay then. It should be easy enough to do then. We need another script on them. I've got a one-time message on them. I need something else on them as well. Probably on equip, I think it needs to be. So CT script Welked Stone. And here we go. Right then. Scripting reference. One on equip. You just thought it's probably in here, isn't it? Yep, that's probably what I want. So add that off, although I'm going to need that in a minute anyway. And it's going to have to be, let me think, property, this is funny, man. This is really weird. Welked Stone 1 true should be it. Debug dot, I don't know what I'm doing here. Notification. Magicka restored. I've been experimenting with ways of getting these into the game placed around without editing merchant chests as well, and I think I've got an idea. Remove item, Welked 1 true, and Magicka restored. So we're actually going to want to restore your Magicka. What do we want? Restore active value, that's interesting. Restores or heals damage done to a specific value actor. Value name, the name of the value you want to restore. That's a little different. Restores health by 5. It might still work. Let's try that. That's interesting. And instead of health, it will be Magicka. And 10,000 ought to cover it, I would think. Don't think anyone's going to have more than 10,000 Magicka. In fact, I don't think anyone's going to have much more than 1,000. Let's just be safe and just put 5,000 or something. That's probably a bit more realistic. Magicka restored. And we're probably going to want some sort of effect. So I've got an idea. I'm going to want script source CT shrine. Need a notepad, and there should be one here. Blessing, blessing. Ah, crap. Okay, let's just search for this then. Let's put temple and magic. Nope. Spell. Okay. Blessing. Magic. Blades, blessing, the mirror, blessing. Spell. Nope, wrong one again. Shrine, blessing. That's weird. Let's backtrack all this. So we go to the shrine. Temple, blessing. Altar. Probably picked the worst one. Altar, Giuliano, 45 Magicka on self. So just drop my damn mouse. Whoops. 45 Magicka on self, and should be here somewhere. Enchant shader, inch armor, magic. Not sure if that's actually what it's called. Try that. Moaning at something. Enchant shader. Doesn't like that. Okay then. Needs to be the first page. Play visual effect or effect shader. Might be effect shader that we need. And what we're going to want is that. Play that on the player. For 4 seconds, let's say. See if that works. Should do. And then see if we can autofill. Only doing one property, so that was weird. What's that about? Cancel that. Let's try again. Done the Welkid Stone wrong. Should be a misc item. and then you have to select the right one. So that should do that. Add them to existing form list or something different. The Welkid stones, or not quite sure. That's fine then. Now, I've already prepared to have the portals send the player down to the vault, and the lifts can also do so. And it's just going to be a matter of building the vault up. Let's see. So if I go to portal, I've actually already planned ahead for it. And in the script, I think it's actually got the option. I already planned for the vault in option 6, I think. Option 5 and option 6. Yeah. How the hell have I done that? Oh yeah, the names were wrong as well, weren't they? That should be Alchemy Lab. Check these over. Alchemy Lab, that's fine. Lobby, Alchemy Lab, that's fine. Mage Quarters, Alchemy Lab, that's fine. Now, if this lets me, load the apex again. I've planned ahead the vault, as that's the vault thing to let NPCs get down to the vault. So I was planning on adding one, and I might as well do it for the actual full release. Yeah, so you can get them found in the game. Was wondering if that's what you were going to do. It's not so much form lists, but yeah, leveled lists. I don't want to edit level lists, and I don't want to edit the merchant chests. But there's an option on items that you can have them in a spawn container. But what I was thinking isn't going to work. I wanted to have them spawn into merchant chests, but when they respawn it negates it. Merchant chests is certainly what I don't want to do. And I was thinking of just including them in the leveled lists for the soul gems. Even though they're not soul gems, they're a similar kind of thing. So they can be found in soul gem locations, but I don't know if that'd be a good idea or not. Because there will be a cool thing to be able to have. Or I could have them for sale by very specific vendors, including your own vendor. The Conjurer could have them. That might be an idea. Do we dare create the vault? The Apex, Dorms, Forge, Library, and the vault. I never really wanted to go to a 6th cell, but I think we should be okay. I don't know though. I've bounced between cells okay, and I haven't actually had the nav mesh bug. I don't know if that was something that was actually eradicated eventually. Okay, let's just make sure that he's saved, and let's get a backup of this. So here's the best way to create a new cell. People have always thought that you have to duplicate an existing cell and remove things, and that is the worst possible thing you could ever do. You need to go into the actual cells menu and you need to alt click a new. This is the best way to create a new cell. You're actually making a fresh new cell, because if people were to duplicate an existing one and then remove things, you can actually be cocking up quests and having weird links copy across that you don't want. Vault. Ooh, what to do with a vault? Out of interest, you know what I might do? I might see if I can get Oblivion installed, and I might do a bit of a fun video tomorrow. And I've done it before, but it was crap, obviously, because a long time ago when I was terrible. But I might do a return to Frostcrag Spire. That'd be an awesome video. Go back to Frostcrag Spire, do another one of them videos, up to date one, where I really take a good look round and explore some of the features. That'd be fun. So as you can see, Alchemy Lab done, bedroom area done, library area done. Well, not done, but you know what I mean. Yeah, they're ready to go. Vault area. This is the general idea. Deep underneath the tower. So. I'm just really wondering. Technically you would have this above the forge, but that's kind of awkward now. No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm thinking of actually doing a cave formation built in around an actual structure. I really like the ice floor as well. That idea, so this could be fun. I'm not going to design it exactly like this. This is pretty boring. But that's the idea. Based off that. Alchemy Garden look familiar? Yes. Made Shadow Candle Box. I've actually got the Pentamagic loop working now. I realised I'd actually not put the enchantment on it. That was funny. So yeah. I think I'll do a video returning to Frostcrag Spire, and I've also got another tutorial to do as well. On texture sets, which is something people are not aware of a lot of the time and can come in handy. So let us see what we want to do. I think we need to set some locations up for these. Let's go CT Apex, and I'm going to need CT Central. Actually no, Lobby, because they're kind of separated. Lobby, create new, library, create new. I'll just set these up. You need the vault as well, and the forge. Parent location don't want. Set these up. Ah, we don't have one for the dorms. That's interesting. Have to make one of them then. lobby. Whoops, did not want to do that. Vault. And I'm also going to check some settings for these. Stone large for Apex. I haven't actually set these, that's interesting. Sound effects and such. This is actually going to affect things like echo, how sounds, obviously sound within the interior. So stone medium I'd probably say for the dorms, because it's a sort of half room. Same really goes for the forge. Library again the same, and the lobby medium. Utility doesn't need anything. Vault is going to need to be different, like a cave. But not. This could be weird. Let's try a fort acoustic space. Above or below the forge? Well, the way of thinking of it is, if I'm going with the design of it being like in a little cave formation, then logically it's going to be at the bottom. But then if you think about the forge having like lava in there, it wouldn't make sense to have the lava right above the vault. So I was wondering how to do it. It then doesn't. I mean, the forge is designed in a way that it's like at the very bottom of the actual tower. But I suppose the lava's fine if it was all in the stone and such, and it's a pretty little controlled area, and then it's being fed from the other areas of the mountain through pipes. So that'd make sense. So it'd still be fine. So the vault's probably going to be underneath, right at the bottom, underneath the tower in the actual mountain. So that'd be cool. And maybe you could actually have some pipes down in the vault, which are to do with the forge area, getting that up and running. Start to sneeze. So it might be nice to have some pipes down there. Let's start on design then, because that'll be interesting. Let's take a look. What have we got? Absolutely nothing in here to begin with. Static. Dungeons. Dwemer. Large room. Now it gets interesting. I'm not sure about this. The redesign for these pillars is going to be interesting. I'm having some ideas. Very, very interesting ideas here. Let's figure out what part is this. When you design a new area, that's when things get fun. Something fresh. What is it again? I know what I'm thinking of, I just can't find it. Crystal. I swear actually I already made this. I did a texture set. I might not have saved it though. Okay. Let's take a look. Clutter, Blackreach, Crystal. I'd like to use this stuff in some way. That's interesting. There we go. And then that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, what else? Cube map. I'm not sure how you do this. Environmental glow, cube map. White DDS. Mountain slab. Environmental. Environmental mask. I'm actually no expert at this, but I'm imagining it's that one. I think. But we'll see. Still don't know how I feel about vaults. The idea is organic, but I'd rather have my trophies where I can see them. Vault, not necessarily in terms of storing all your fancy stuff down there. A lot of your display stuff that you're going to be showing off, that's going to be everywhere else, but you can store a lot of other stuff down here. It's not just going to be storage down here, it's going to be mainly hidden stuff. You're going to find a lot of hidden items down here. It's going to have a bit more purpose than just to store a lot of other stuff. But that will be the choice in the whole mod, is you can choose where you want to store your stuff. So, yeah, we want to go back to here, large rooms, and let's take a look. If we edit this, put the crystal in. That's interesting. I'm not sure, I think that's cool. I've just got this idea of having a lot of this crystal down here, a bit like Blackreach, and that kind of helps brighten some dark areas of the vault up. Put some crystal here. Just wondering what that's going to look like. Environmental maps to M, I have no idea. I think E is cube map. I'll probably just remove it off. I don't think it's even needed on there anyway. I have no idea. Whoa. It does say cube map, but I have not much idea. I'll just leave it as that, and we'll see what it looks like. Or I'll have to make my own mesh and put everything on there properly. So, these emails are getting annoying. Okay. So I'm thinking of building this entire room up large and then making the ceiling come down a bit by including all of the cave ceiling, as I saw in that image of Frost Crag, which is something I'm loosely going off, and then having some cool icy floor maybe. So let's take a look. Now we can ignore the gold anyway for the minute. We'll just build the general thing up. That's interesting. Put that in there. And let's start with the centre. That might make more sense. Oh! Oh. Could work nicely. Might just be a good size, that might. And then put the other ends on. Very similar to what I built in the old tower, so this is going to be a bit of nostalgia. Christ, this is tricky. There we go. Have a dodgy shape. Just want to check that this is clicking together right. I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Maybe there's just more of a mid piece. That's probably going to be better. Just one sort of thing. There we go. I'm not sure. That should be big enough actually. Portal dead center or lift. Lift. This is working off the lift. Of course it is. So, this could go as low down as I want it to go down, but I need to check the exterior here just to make sure I know what I'm doing. Not building something that doesn't actually make structural sense. Let's go to the entrance. Easiest place to go. So lift's there, isn't it? That goes straight down. Right into the heart of the mountain. That's fine. That'll make sense. It's going quite far down anyway now. And then we want vault again. So let's see. Be good, this good. That is the central piece. Lift. Let's have a look. To really go off what I've built already, don't I? This is probably not going to show, just to be a pain in the arse. Yeah. Half it's hidden away. So, okay. What do we want to do? Take a look. Build it like this. So if we do that, put that there, and move it along. Holy hell, it's huge actually. Jesus. Okay. That's that technically. Don't know about this. Cock that up. Don't think we have a big gap really. That's a mess. How big is that? How wide is that? Is that about the same width? That wouldn't make sense anyway, it would just look different. But might work. That's what I've used before. With a bottom then, wouldn't it? Makes sense that the shape might change as you go down deeper into the ground anyway, so how many have we got in? 7 people. Oh, right. So that like that. It's tricky. So have we actually got some side pieces and then a central piece with a hole in it? Should be something along those lines. So what we've got available here. Like that. It sucks. No way. This is weird. Fill that hole in anyway. I'll go up there. That then looks good going up like that. Apart from that's in the fucking way. That's why this needs a bit of a redesign. And the ceiling filling in. Like that one there. And then I said I was going to make this lower down anyway. Does that work actually? Kind of goes together actually as well. That's okay. That's interesting. That does fit in now then. That's cool. Right. Then I can maybe have vaults on the sides. Oh, I wonder how I built it with the old tower. How did I put them holes in the ground? Let's see where they are. Right. These things are wicked. Really cool these are. I like these. They're a bit iffy, but they're cool. So, there then. Don't really want the same thing, but something similar. This is tricky. So what you end up with there is a mess. Just really just sort of messing around at the minute, seeing what's what. So what pieces we've got available. That's going to have to be a very open corner like that without the flooring. But that'll have collision in the flooring, won't it? Of course it will. It's more collision messing around. That is a mess. I could hide the floor, but like I say, collision would be there then. And that doesn't even fit anyway. A new room. Yep, the vault. It's the last room, I think. But I'm just trying to wrap my head around how I exactly want to make it. Not sure. I'm okay if I don't want the actual vaults that go into the ground, which I'd like to kind of keep at least one of them, because that was a really cool idea. So, I'm not sure. Maybe. Whoops, knocked my mic. Just drag that. Yep. That's the general idea. Now, what I've just noticed is we don't have anything out the around the edges, but that's fine. That can be built up now. So let's take a look at what we've got. It's not these, it should be facades, I think. I do in fact have them already. So this is how I built it up before, I think. Back in the day. Should connect straight up to that nicely. Ends up looking a bit funky, but we can get inventive around the outside. And all this will start snapping together. I'll worry about getting rid of the gold afterwards. Lift wise, ooh, interesting. This is weird. I need a shaft. And that sounded wrong, but I need the part that goes at the bottom. There we go. Shaft mid. Find it. Hide the nastiness down there if we can, at least some of it. Then cave flooring maybe. What we're looking at here. Caves, caves, caves. Blackreach caves. What are Blackreach caves like? This is normal kind of caving, but that's what I'm looking to use. So, walls and stuff. On ground. Balcony mid. That's what I'm looking to use there. Whoa, that's dark. That's a point. Lighting's something I need to tweak. Lighting needs to just be default for now. And what else have we got? So look. We need the effects, so I'm going to copy them, at least one of them. And what I want to know is the size of these. Standard. And the size of that, standard, that's fine. Nice. Okay, then that's looking good. That is. Not going to put the lift effects until near the end because they just get to be a pain in the arse. What else? What else? What else? What else? Blue lighting. Should have copied that as well. Actually, need some sort of light going on here. Raise it up a little. That'll do it. About that. Oops. Nice. Now the top of this section. We need large, no, not facades again, and the top. The other pieces, the outside we need. CT structure wall 2. That. Right. Here we are. Then I'll sort that gold later on. And this might need to go bigger. So that doesn't look right to me. everything off. That doesn't even get together. Fabulous. Doesn't even click together in any way. So that's messed up. That even go together? Nope. Wonderful. Oh, I can see what they've done there. I'm gonna have to sort that then. Not a major thing, it's just a weird thing they've done. Okay. That's fine. Now, this does feel like it needs to come out a lot more, and then I can get really creative around the edges. So, really do need more room here. And what I also want to do, just to compare with, grab that there, get a rough idea of how big it is in comparison to the actual usual size of the tower. And I think that'll be fine if I just extend it out a little more. Vault's really going to be large and right at the bottom, deep under the tower in the mountain. So that'll be fine. And yeah, not sure exactly where I'm going with it there now, so I might just end the stream, as it's been pretty long anyway and it's getting late where I am, and I want to move on to the things. So yep, but things are looking good, things are starting to work. We've got a lot of the systems in the actual general tower working. Once I've designed the vault, I can start putting things down there that enable other things in the tower. I'm going to continue to link things up and such. I'm going to get all the crafting going, and I've also got an idea with a Forge Master, which I think I've mentioned in the previous stream. That'll come a bit later on there. But definitely coming along. The dorms are nearly done. The apex is nearly done. And I've just got some other general designing to do. A lot more scripting. But it's starting to feel like it's really piecing together. So yeah. I will certainly call the stream there. So you can of course check my progress over on my website, although I haven't updated it yet. I am going to be adding more information regarding Caranthir Tower there soon. So I'm hoping to get some rooms finished so I can start taking images and get finished images of rooms up on there. So you can follow everything on my website. You can check out my social media, of course. I mostly post on Facebook, although I do have automatic posts on Twitter and such. I've also got new videos coming. I've been releasing more content. If you really want to know my thoughts on the whole paid mod situation, which has actually now been removed, but some of it's still valid because it might be back. You can go and check my two videos out on that. Like I said, I've got another tutorial I'm going to plan, and I think I'm going to do a return to Frostcrag Spire if people have never seen what this mod's actually going to be inspired by. I've got a few other things planned, a few other interesting things. So also, if you're watching this on YouTube later on, then leave comments, let me know what you think, anything you'd like to see added, anything that you want to add about what I've already done. And hit that like and subscribe button over on YouTube if you haven't already. And I think that is it for this stream. So, any last thoughts on here? Nope, that's cool. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.